Now, during the play, Julian Edelman nearly jumped in the way of the Gordon catch. Bill Belichick was mic'd up during the game and asked Brady who the actual target was on the play. Take a listen.
Where are you throwing that to?
That was a job.
All right. Great job. Yeah, great job. Great job, Flo. Tell you what, holding them to 17, it's hard.
Skip, what did this tell you?
What? That hurt. That hurt you, Skip Bayless. That hurt you.
What? Okay. I have covered this league much longer than Shannon Sharp played in this league. I go back to the 70s covering the Los Angeles Rams in their first incarnation in Los Angeles, right near here. In all my years, I have never seen anything like that, because that is why Tom Brady said last offseason to Jim Gray in an interview nearby here in Santa Monica that they conducted, when Jim Gray asked him, "Do you feel appreciated by your organization?" He said, "I plead the fifth." So let's put this in perspective. Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback ever, had just thrown the touchdown pass that broke the game open against Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers on Sunday Night Football. 55 yards to Josh Gordon, Patriots 31-17. And as the greatest quarterback ever, the reigning MVP, trotted to the sidelines and passed his head coach. His head coach did not congratulate him. He didn't first say, I don't know, good job, as most coaches would say to the greatest quarterback ever. No, he turned to Tom Brady and said, "Who were you throwing that to?" Interesting. So if Bill Belichick wanted to actually ask that question the next day at the film session, or maybe in the locker room after the game, somewhere you could sidle over to Tom and say, "Hey, just for the record, who are you throwing that to?" Because you asked the question, because everybody did, because Edelman jumped for the football. Okay,
I knew who he was throwing to. So did Coach Belichick.
He was throwing it to Josh Gordon.
Okay, no. Okay. Josh caught it.
Okay, so, do you now, have you changed your stance?
No.
Do you think he was aiming at Julian Edelman?
Yes, I do. Just like Coach Belichick.
You didn't say that on Monday.
I did.
You did not.
Yes, I did. I said he overshot him.
You did not. You didn't say that on Monday.
Really?
We have more revisionist history going on the show.
Skip, I said he was.
You agreed with me. No, he was throwing it to Josh Gordon, because clearly he was throwing it to Josh Gordon. He hit him right in the hand.
That's not why. If he was throwing to Josh Gordon, why would Coach Belichick even ask him that?
Hey, have you ever seen Tom Brady airmail a receiver by 10 yards?
All I'm saying is, Skip Bayless.
Do you think Julian Edelman had any prayer of even getting fingertips on that pass?
So
No.
If you don't mind me asking, so why don't, when they throwing the ball to the right side, why don't the receiver jump on the left? Because the ball's not coming to them.
Okay.
Because he thought the ball was coming to him.
Now you've changed your... That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So let's put this back in perspective. So in the heat of battle, in the euphoric moment of this game, the head coach is asking a negative and skeptical question of the greatest quarterback ever. And to Brady's credit, he pauses and kind of leans in and says, "That was to Josh." And then he continues on to the bench. But I guarantee you, Tom Brady, who's a pretty shrewd operator, he sat down on the bench and he thought, "I just did that, and I got that response from my head coach?"
He did it on accident.
Huh?
He did it on accident.
He did it on accident? Listen, this is why this is such a troubled relationship, because remember this, Bill Belichick knew full well he was mic'd for this whole entire game. So he knows he's on all the time, and he knows, because you want to talk about the shrewdest operator ever, you want to go back to Spygate, if you will. This guy, he's got some scoundrel in him. So they are still vying for credit, because Bill Belichick knew full well if he asked that question at that moment, that it would disqualify the throw of the game by Tom Brady, right? Because to you, that disqualifies. That says
I said it. Okay. Julian Edelman had to throw the game, but that's neither here nor there. We're not discussing that throw.
Okay. So, and then we saw this also at the very end of the game. This is later, obviously. But as the final gun goes off, Bill Belichick turns to his coordinator and he's congratulating him. And he says something to the effect of, "Man, holding them to 17, that's hard." He is congratulating himself, because we don't know who Brian Flores is, the new defensive coordinator. We just know that Bill Belichick coordinates the defense.
Right.
So he's effectively congratulating himself while he's mic'd up to say, "Hey, world, I just held Aaron Rodgers to 17, so I deserve the most credit for what happened tonight, not my quarterback, because he wasn't even throwing to Josh Gordon on the key touchdown pass of the game.
Hey, you did hear Coach Belichick walk up to Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers said, "You're great." He said, "Nah, you're the great."
Yeah, I'm sure. But what else is he going to say to him?
Oh, but
he's mic'd up.
Hold on. That's not
what's he going to say?
Hold
No,
on, Skip.
you're the seventh best.
No,
Right,
Skip.
that's what he's going to say.
Hold on, Skip. Hold on.
Please.
That's not what you said.
Stop.
When he said Aaron Rodgers was lobbing balls. That's not what you said the other day. So he spoke truthfully then. Now he's lying. You see what he did, Alex?
Got caught up in the heat of the moment.
But he didn't get caught up in the heat of the moment when old Tom Brady walked by. Well, you thought that to Josh?
You like that?
I love it. Because I told you that's what it was. And Healy got it. Healy.
Oh, please.
I told you, Skip Bayless. I told you he was going to. Oh, I love it. Because you know what, Alex? All my life, everybody said, that Shannon Sharp, boy, he talk a lot. Even my grandma said, that boy run his mouth all the time.
You're reading Twitter too much.
No. But you know what they did? You know what you don't hear, Alex? They say Shannon Sharp talks a lot. But no one ever says he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
Oh, some people.
They don't say that. They don't say that. Because if you didn't know better, you would swear I played this game. You would have swore I played it. And I played it, Skip Bayless, and I told you. There's no way.
Okay. Let's say this just hypothetically.
Okay.
Let's say he was aiming at Edelman. Okay. Do you ask that question as he trots off the field? This is the greatest quarterback ever and the reigning MVP. You want the head coach to ask him that question? In congratulations. Let me ask you who you were throwing to.
For me, because I want to be right. Yeah, I want to be asking because I need to know. Everybody needs to know that Tom Brady is human. And Skip, it's happened.
Belichick wants to know everybody to know that he's subhuman.
But sometimes, Skip, quarterbacks is throwing the ball. We've seen it now. Where a guy is throwing the ball and somebody reaches out and catch it, and there's a guy right behind him, and we think he wasn't even kind of like last year Alabama. He wasn't throwing that ball to that Judy, and Judy slid and caught the ball. That's all, Skip. It happened. Tom Brady is human. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
He hit him right in the hands. You couldn't have walked it to him and placed it any better.
You don't mind me asking. Julian Edelman jumps. Then he turns around and he looks. Then he throws his hands up. Why would he jump?
Julian Edelman thought he was the hot receiver on the play.
My point. My point exactly.
So he thinks the ball's coming to me, He's anticipating it's going to come to him. And at the last second, what did we hear from D'Angelo Hall? It's the play that beats that defense every time.
Yes.
You throw it in the hole, right?
Yes.
You throw it because the safety, Tramon Williams, cannot get there in time. And if you get it there hard enough and fast enough, it's going to be a big play. If he misses, and he completely swung and missed.
Because to be 100% honest, Josh should hug the rail because the cover two safety is coming to take that throw away. So if we want to be 100% honest, Alex, Josh shouldn't be where he is. He should be wider.
Well, he's only been there for what?
I'm just trying to tell you. I'm just telling you how to run it. Because I was the hot receiver. I played the slot, and I'm normally the hot guy. What that means is that I would break my two guys come. I would break my route off. John would pop up and hit me. That's all I'm saying, Skip, baby.
Right. That's what Julian thought. That's why he leaped. He thought the ball was supposed to come to him. Tom said, no. I got that one open.
That's all.
It's just, I told you, it's just like the route tree on the Minnesota Miracle thrown. Remember this? And what happened? Who was the deepest receiver?
Yeah.
It was Diggs. Right? And Marcus Williams swung and missed. It's the same play on the other side of the field.
I ain't got no problem with that. That's all I'm saying. And Coach Belichick don't have Skip, we ain't got no problem with no touchdown. We got a touchdown out of it. Oh, you throwing that ball? You throwing that ball too?
Just out of bounds.
No. Why? Hold on. Why can't anybody?
The league has never seen anything like this relationship, this troubled relationship.
It's not trouble.
It's why he said, I plead the fifth. Do you get enough credit? Do they show Jim Gray asked, do they show the appropriate gratitude to you? I plead the fifth, said Tom Brady.
Let me ask you a question. On the 1st and the 15th, when he go check that account, is something in there special for him? Okay,
special?
They appreciate it.
No, it's not special because he takes a hometown discount to play for the Patriots.
Hold on.
That's not special.
Hold on, Skip Bayless. You don't get to take a discount and then complain about the discount you gave the team. If you took it...
I'm not complaining. You just brought it up. You said it's something special. It's really not.
It is.
It's not special.
It is special.
It's by quarterback pay. It's below average.
Who asked him to do that?
He's doing it so they can win.
Okay, then, so stop complaining about it. But Coach Belichick was right. Coach Belichick verified and validated me as being right. And I always love that. I love validation.
Yeah.
Don't we all like validation?
Do you like him saying that to his quarterback? Seriously, in the big picture, vacuum, in a vacuum.
Had no problem.
Should the head coach say that? Yeah, you got a big problem with it. I'm sorry. You just, thank you.
He knows what
Case
he's
closed.
doing. Do you think maybe he's giving him that competitive edge
Yeah.
that he wants? He's just kind of pushing the buttons?
How can you push that button?
Easy. He did it.
Whatever it
That was
takes.
Tom. He came up. You see Tom, he was stand up. He like 6'4". He was stand up all nice and
He had to
tall.
lean down
And
a
then Coach Belichick say, "Were you throwing that ball?" Tail went between the leg. He shrunk down. Yes, sir.
His
Yeah, he did. You know it's
Lord
good,
have
man.
mercy.
Yeah, he got all shrunk. He had his chest puffed out. Yeah, I just got me a touchdown. Were you throwing that ball to Josh? Josh.
He knows what he's doing. Maybe he needed it.
Yeah, that's what Coach Belichick. We ain't gonna let you get no
We'll
big
never
hit.
know.
You know what?
We'll never know.
Tom Brady is going to carry Bill Belichick to yet another championship this year.
No, it's not gonna happen.
Yep, it
no,
is.
you gonna put some do on that?
I already did. I picked him. I'm there.
Oh, we got do. We got do. We already got do. On that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm only 13 cases up, so
Well,
That's a lot.
You'll stay 13 cases up if you don't give me any bets.
I picked carefully.
Well, Aaron Rodgers is on pace to break a record this year, but it might not be a good one.